Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope that you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today's upload is going to be another very exciting video. It is going to be on who will see the best fall foliage this year 2018. And to be honest with you guys, I like fall much more than winter. It's just something about it. I just love it so much that I don't know, I can't even explain it with words. So I decided to explain it with this picture you could see back there. This is just such a beautiful sight, a nice river, lake. I don't know exactly what this is, but some beautiful fall colors. And I will be in this video discussing which areas will see colors like this and which areas won't. However, before we get further into this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. And now you may be wondering, why am I telling you to subscribe to my channel even if you haven't got into the video and you haven't watched the video? Well, I'm just telling you guys to keep this in the back of your mind. You could watch a couple of my videos, my other videos, check out my channel, and then you could decide whether to subscribe or not. It's just a little friendly reminder that this is a great way to support my channel, and if you do so, I will be so grateful for you, and I will be really thankful. You could also consider liking the video, but that is again after you watch this video and you checked out some of my other videos if you are still hesitant. We now move on to talk about the environmental impacts that will be affecting our beautiful fall colors. Now the main three factors that impact fall foliage colors are soil moisture, temperature, and sunlight. In this video we will be focusing only on soil moisture and temperature because sunlight, as you could see, is basically determining whether there will be more sunny or cloudy days in the fall season. And we can't really tell that based off long-range forecasting tools. We can't really tell whether the crucial period where the leaves need more sunlight, whether it will be sunny or cloudy. So we will not be talking about that because that is basically unpredictable. But if you're wondering why does sunlight even impact the fall colors, if there is less sun, then the fall colors disappear more quickly and they fade away into brown color and fall off the tree. However, if the sun is, plentiful and bountiful, then the leaves turn into a nice bright orange color, red color, yellow color, all of those colors, and they stay that way for much longer than if it would be cloudy. But again, we can't really forecast that, so we will be focusing on temperature and soil moisture. So, soil moisture. The main factor in soil moisture is a drought. If there's a drought, then the leaves will fall before they have the chance to turn color. So, say 2012 here in the Midwest, there was a massive heat wave across the summer, and that left a drought in its place for fall and winter. And that drought stressed out a lot of trees, so they dropped their leaves prematurely, and they did not turn a nice, beautiful orange fall color. They just dropped off, turned brown. They turned brown and they dropped off, and that was it. So a drought is definitely not good for soil or for leaf colors in the fall. The third factor we will be talking about is temperatures, which I already mentioned. So if the temperatures are too cold and a freeze or frost happens, then the leaves will deteriorate, turn brown, and fall off the tree a lot more quicker than without a frost or freeze. The best temperatures for beautiful fall foliage is warm nights and cool nights, but not too cold nights so that frost happens. So the frost usually deteriorates the leaves, kills it off, and then they fall off. When it's too hot, that may lead to a drought again with little moisture. So it's a fine balance between too much heat, too little heat, too much rain, too little rain that will be impacting this year's fall colors, and like they do every year. So first, we need to look at the current drought situation. So, as you can see, a lot of the Southwest is in drought areas. It's kind of been even extending out into the central southern plains. You can see a lot of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana are going to be seeing a lot of dry weather. They are seeing dry weather. They are in drought. A lot of these areas are at least in moderate drought. Some are in exceptional, some are in extreme. So this is definitely not good for fall colors, which leads me to think that these areas in the Southwest will not have the best fall colors. Even if the drought does improve, which it is forecasted to improve in some of these areas, I do think that the trees are already stressed out enough from this drought, whether it's long-term or short-term. They got stressed out and now they may drop their leaves prematurely. And you might as well notice that parts of the Northeast have some drought, parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, but these again are very minimal. Most of this is just abnormally dry, as you see in the yellows. The brown is moderate drought, which may seem stronger than it actually sounds, but it's not nothing too major that will impact the leaves in a great sense. But as you can see, the Southeast is basically drought-free, which leads me to think, according to this, the Southeast may be in for beautiful fall colors. But let's keep going in. So you can see this is the U.S. Monthly Drought Outlook, which basically shows where the drought will improve, where it will disappear, where it will come up, where, the outlook of the drought. And as we notice here, sorry about this, we could see that there's a lot of areas that will be developing, but also a lot of areas here in the Midwest and the Northeast disappear. However, there's still this bullseye right up into New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, New York, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, where drought development likely due to the fact that they will be having drier conditions. So, as I mentioned earlier, right here in this color in the Four Corners area, drought remains but improves. That is very likely, but as I mentioned, the leaves or the trees are still stressed out from the previous drought that has been occurring the past couple of months, leaving too much stress. So as you can see, there will be a lot of areas also in the north that will be also getting quite a bit of nice weather. So it's now the Southeast and basically the eastern northern part of the country is looking for a good good fall foliage this year. We now move on to talk about the temperature probability, which I mentioned earlier is a big factor because we need warm days and cool nights. So as you could tell right there, this is by NOAA, and again, don't get too caught up by this. NOAA may not be completely 100% accurate with this, and I wouldn't be there to judge them because it is really hard to predict this far out. But if we view the months for October, September, August, September, October, some of these, a lot of the states actually will be above average, and that is according to NOAA, and that may be actually true, maybe not be, we don't know, but so far it doesn't look like there will be cold temperatures, and the frost and freezes may be held back, which would lead to some nice fall foliage. We now look at the precipitation probability outlook for the months August, September, October, the same ones I just showed you the temperatures for. You could see drought improvement in the west, southwest, the Four Corners area, and there's drought development probably going to keep going into the southern central plains, and quite a bit below average in the northwest. However, Alaska above average, they may have some gorgeous fall colors this year. That's what leads me to think with this above average rainfall, no drought, warm temperatures, and cool nights. So now we move on to September, October, November. You could see everything is above average. And this is September, October, November, but the precipitation outlook probability, and again the southwest in the above average, and everywhere else is equal chances, which means, I forgot to mention that, which means equal chances means there's an equal chance between being above or below average. If you're in the northwest, then you may be seeing some, below average precipitation probabilities, which basically indicate more of a dry season, and that may not lead to good fall foliage. The next thing I want to talk about is the peak fall foliage map. Now this map shows you where the fall colors are at its peak at what time. You could see some September, early October, mid-October, late October, or early November. And this is not based off the factors that are going to be this year. This is just annually the average where the fall colors are the best. So you can see this is another factor we need to take into account because the temperatures and the precipitation need to line up with the peak fall foliage, and that's when we will decide our forecast. So take a look at this, find your area, you will be able to find it. Say take Chicago, Detroit, a lot of the Midwest is mid-October, then parts of the northern parts of the United States is early October, and in the mountainous areas, and then way far up north or way into the higher elevations of the mountains, it's September. So that is definitely nearing soon. And parts of the southeast right here may be wondering why there's no color. Well, some of these may not even change their colors due to the due to no stress on the trees and due to no push or pressure for them to change their leaves. With fall coming, since the temperatures are going to be so warm, it's going to feel like summer. So now, drum roll please, this is going to be my final outlook for this year. And this is how it looks like. So you can see that it's not the best map, but I do think that the best colors will be in the southeast, and the worst and least amount of colors will be in the northwest. The reason is because there may be quite a bit of drought going on in the west, and this may expand into further areas, into the areas like Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. And you may be wondering, well, there's no drought in areas like South Dakota or North Dakota right now. However, they just came from a big drought last year. Even though it was this year continuing, they just got out of it. The trees are stressed. They will probably still drop their leaves prematurely just as a stress reactor to this drought. So I think the least amount of colors will be in the west or the northwest areas. Average, I think, will be towards the southwest, and the nice moderate, again, probably the second best area will be the northeast and midwest. I did calculate in the drought here, but this doesn't seem to be long term here in the northeast, so they still may get some plentiful nice colors. But it does seem overall that the eastern part of the United States will be having the best fall colors this year. So if you're gonna go anywhere for vacation, say for the fall time, and just to see some beautiful fall colors, my bet, just like last year, I said the same thing. I think this year will be very similar, that the best fall colors will be in the southeast, the Appalachian Mountains. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a joy bringing you this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, please consider liking the video, please consider subscribing to my channel, and as always, see you guys on the next episode.